It's time to tune right in and fill yourself with glee as the Guild presents Moe's Island Jamboree. Moe's Island Jam, Moe's Island Jam, Moe's Island Jamboree. G'day, how's she hangin'? Mo Gorman here with another epinet of Moe's Island Jamboree presented by the Guild. Now today's special guest is island writer Dave Stewart, who's going to read a story for us from his new book of horror short stories called Monster Man. Now before we get to that, I'm going to recite us a little poem. Now this poem used to be a song, but it's been so long since I sang it I forgot how the melody goes. Not that there was much of a melody to it anyways, so I turned it back into a poem with just the words. This is called Patrick O'Connor Owes Me $50. He said he paid me back, but he hasn't paid me back. Patrick O'Connor owes me $50. I went and loaned him money about a year and a half ago. Patrick O'Connor owes me $50. He needed to buy some disc brakes for his car. He bought them and I've barely seen him since. I did see him at the Legion a couple of nights ago. He pretended not to see me, but I know he did, 'cause Patrick O'Connor owes me $50. If he tries to borrow cash from you, here's what I suggest. Don't loan him money, 'cause Patrick O'Connor owes me $50 and he hasn't paid me back. All right, that's enough for me today. Let's get on to our story. Here's island writer Dave Stewart to read us a story.
Hey PEI, my name's Dave Stewart. I'm a good friend of Mo Gorman's, and recently I wrote a book called Monster Man, Tales of the Uncanny by Dave Stewart. So what I'm going to do is read the shortest story from the collection, which is very short, to try not to bore you, but to entertain you. So here it goes. It's called Curiosity. Frizzle had long been obsessed with the notion of finding out how animals think. To that end, he'd often wished to be allowed just 10 minutes inside an animal's mind to quiet his curiosity. Amazingly enough, one morning he woke, his brain pan supernaturally filled with only the thoughts of his cat, Poe, named for Edgar Allan. Poe, however, being a cat, had never wished to find out how humans think, and so was spared Frizzle's ruminations and insecurities. To wit, Frizzle shared Poe's thoughts like a single signal split between two outputs. Unfortunately, now having the mind of a feline, Frizzle was neither able to realize his predicament nor to switch back to human thinking. He was, however, obsessively involved with the progress of a blue jay that had made its way into Frizzle's backyard. The cat, too, was monitoring the movement of the winged creature. After all, it had been his inclination to do so before the big pink thing joined him at the window. It was only a matter of 2 days before Frizzle, the body of the man with the cat's mind, was admitted to a psychiatric ward, and Poe, the body of a cat that had retained its own mind, given a secure and loving new home. After much testing and hissing, Frizzle was transferred to a long-term care facility where he lived out the rest of his days. And so that's it from Monster Man and me, Dave Stewart, and thanks a lot, Mo. Cheers.
Thanks so much, Dave Stewart, for reading us that story. Sure makes you think. Just as long as it doesn't make you think like a cat, eh? So thanks, Dave, for sending in that video. And listen, if you'd like to send in some video of you doing something entertaining, just email rob@theguildpei.com and he'll reply right back with a link to where you can easily upload your video. Well, there you have it, another epinet in the bag. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm Mo Gorman for Moe's Island Jamboree presented by the Guild. See you next time.